That was not human. I know. Oh, looks like you got some entrails on you there, pal.
Wig Entertainment.
Situation's under control. Calm down, please. Give me your attention for a moment. I'll be glad to tell you what happened. Thank you. This is called a neuralizer. It's a gift from some friends from out of town. This red eye here will isolate the electronic impulses in your brains, and more specifically the ones for memory. Thank you. Oh, that's good, fellas. Give me a display run around the perimeter with holes at 40, 60, and 80 meters from right here. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
What the hell is going on?
Excellent question. And the answer you're looking for lies right here.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
We're about to show you was photographed by a 42-year-old, Romero Valadares. This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. It was sent to the local news bureau there and sent to us via satellite just a few minutes ago. All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Move, children! Vámonos! please. Whoa, that was good. Did you hear yourself?
Oh, the red button there again. Don't ever touch the red button.
Government, are we alone in the universe? The question is back in the spotlight as government officials speak out in a new documentary.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
An explosive documentary is setting out to prove aliens are real and the government is covering it up. The new film, The Age of Disclosure, claims to reveal an 80-year cover-up of the existence of non-human intelligent life and a secret war amongst major nations to reverse engineer technology of non-human origin.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
It features more than 30 U.S. officials speaking out on the alleged existence of aliens and UFOs.
Wait a minute, you taking a tunnel?
You know a better way to get to Queens?
Man, that thing's gonna be packed.
Remember the little red button?
Yeah.
Push the little red button. And you may want to put on a seatbelt. You're much too tense. You're a young man. You need to relax. Learn to take some joy in your work. You like music?
Here's investigative reporter Shelby Myers with a story that just might make you rethink everything.
It's been a debate for decades. Are aliens out there, and have they ever made contact with us? After 45 years of keeping it a secret from his own family, a Gulf Coast man's declining health has given him a reason to write a book and leave his legacy. Calvin Parker is now ready to tell the story of the event that would change his life forever.
doorbell company Ring wants you to help find it. They're giving away $1 million to whoever can capture evidence of extraterrestrial life on your Ring camera. That's a lot of money. All right, if you're not a believer, that's okay. Whoever can create the best fake alien video like this one can win a $500 Amazon gift card.
It's Bennings. Bennings was right there, Mac. I swear to God it had a hold of him. Keep away! It isn't Bennings.
Soltanto per un bicchiere di vino. Questa è la vita. Niente amore, niente gioia. Lavoriamo per un misero bicchiere di vino.
Gomez wrote on Facebook that her security camera captured this on Sunday morning. There are people on Facebook who say it looks like Dobby from Harry Potter, or a ghost or an alien, or a kid in flip-flops and underwear. We think it looks like Lisa doing her Sunday morning dance. I don't know. Lisa, were you in La Junta on Sunday? I know she was out of town. Give it away. The video has been seen by 11 million people.
That's going to be the new dance craze.
I had a bad feeling about this.
Swig Entertainment. Swig Entertainment.
Debbie?
looks like the spooks in this story might work for the government.
We've been telling you about the strange object that crashed near the Colorado River back in May and was quickly scooped up by helicopters. Residents say after the choppers came the men in black.
So who are these X-Men? The I-Team's George Knapp here with more on that story, George.
Well, you know, this mystery surrounding the object that fell from the sky is pretty juicy by itself. But the stories we've been hearing about these X-Men agents and their spooky vehicles takes the tale to a whole different level. Tonight we'll go on a boat ride to search for the spot where this thing crashed. But we'll also hear from river residents about their strange encounters.
Anyone that knows me knows I'm crazy.
A lot of people have been searching for Bob on the river. His occasional home at the Topak Marina is easy to miss, tucked away as it is off the road and under a bridge. When the story of the Needles UFO crash went national, Bob went underground, trying to avoid the UFO hunters who wanted him to lead them to the point of impact. The night before a network TV crew was to arrive, a large wildfire erupted and forced the evacuation of the marina. Bob wondered if someone was trying to wipe out clues at the presumed crash site. But this isn't where the UFO hit the ground.
This is the position. This is approximately where I was that night.
The I-Team rode along as Houseboat Bob made his first return to the scene, approximately 5 miles upriver from Topak. Pinpointing the exact spot is difficult because he'd been floating downriver for a few hours in the middle of the night when it happened.
That's when I saw the bright turquoise, blue, green flame, and it was coming directly straight down out of the sky.
Within minutes, helicopters arrived and hauled the object away. The FAA told us it does not retain records of what might have been in the air over the river, but the I-Team obtained a single transponder reading from the morning of May 14th, confirming the presence of at least one military chopper. We also found a detachment of the Special Ops Group known as the Night Stalkers at the Henderson Airport during the same time frame. But it isn't the helicopters that have spooked Bob and other residents of the area. Rather, it's the X-Men.
There's been some strange people in town.
Needles radio station employee Paul Fick saw the mystery men and their blacked-out vehicles starting the morning after the UFO crash.
But there was a truck parked down here at the end of the street, pretty much pointed at the tower behind the station. And this was one of the four-wheel drive trucks with the shell on the back that had like the bumps, radar domes, things like that. And same thing Dave saw, one of the guys, the guys that were sitting there with the sunglasses on, very stiff looking, beefed up utility vehicle that had some very strange equipment on the back. It was black. The shape of the back of this utility vehicle was very stealth. It had just the angles.
Radio station owner Dave Hayes saw the vehicles and the men inside on his way to work the morning of the crash. And outside his station, right after Bob on the river called in to report what he'd seen. Other listeners started reporting their own sightings of the X-Men.
The fact that there were people here the next day, almost like a team, it seemed like that they were doing either some sort of cleanup.
I was there when the phone call came in from River Bob.
Political organizer Tony Fagan had a face-to-face.
The candle in the window burned down to the socket, sputtered and flared a moment, and went out unobserved, for the woman slept in dreams. In her dreams, she sat beside the cradle of a second child. The first one was dead. The father was dead. The home in the forest was lost, and the dwelling in which she lived was unfamiliar. Lifting her eyes, she saw two bright objects, starring the darkness with a reddish-green glow. For these were the eyes of a panther. The beast was at the open window directly opposite and not 5 paces away. Nothing but those terrible eyes was visible, but in the dreadful tumult of her feelings as the situation disclosed itself to her understanding, she somehow knew that the animal was standing on its hinder feet, supporting itself with its paws on the window ledge. That signified a malign interest, not the mere gratification of infinite curiosity.
hands on your head.
I'll put my hands on my head. Like this.
Snatching up galaxies and everything. My attitude is, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. It is about my face for something bad happened to you. Too late. First I had to beat him in the head with this big rock, then I was gonna hit him with this 2x4. He kicked me, it hurt. But then I got the fire, I was like, with the
fire.
Not bad for your second day of work, is it?
This definitely rates about a 9.0 on my weird shit-o-meter.
Should have been here for the Zeronian migration, 1968. I guess you weren't even alive in 68.
Interesting job you guys have.
Very first experience I had with the Men in Black. And that involved two pilots that they saw these tall looking humanoids. They were very, very tall, maybe 7 to 8 feet tall. They were very thin and they had helmets, bronze helmets on, and they had very long arms. And although these extraterrestrials were talking to them in a language, they could hear the language, but they couldn't understand it. They were understanding what they were saying in their head, such as telepathy.
What was the message that they were reading?
Earth has to stop exploding atomic bombs. They worked for the Air Force Special Operations Group out of Fort Belvoir, and they are the real Men in Black. These are special intelligence officers, specially trained. In fact, there's a special unit within the Air Force Intelligence Service. It's called Section K, and these men and women are sheep-dipped. And sheep-dipped means that they're military, they discharge them from the military, they make them civilians, and they bring them right back into their same job. The reason they do this is because they don't have to follow the military protocols, the dress and grooming standards, and they can operate freely, more freely, outside the military channels.
Swig Entertainment. Wig Entertainment.